Hamas's stunning reaction to Trump warning on Gaza Truce, following reports that Israel has conditionally accepted the proposal. What happens next could define not only the fate of Gaza, but also the geopolitical landscape ahead of the 2024 U.S. elections. Earlier this week, Donald Trump made a bold declaration that Israel had agreed to the terms of a proposed 60-day ceasefire, one which he claimed would allow for the release of hostages, de-escalation of military operations, and renewed humanitarian efforts across Gaza. He warned Hamas in blunt terms, stating, "It will not get better, it will only get worse if you reject this opportunity." That statement, while brief, carried enormous weight, both as a diplomatic signal and a political maneuver. But the reaction from Hamas was anything but passive. In a carefully worded response released through their political office, Hamas confirmed that they had received the proposal, mediated by Qatar and Egypt. But rather than accepting it outright, the group insisted that any initiative must guarantee a complete and permanent end to the war, not just a temporary pause. They further demanded the full withdrawal of Israeli troops from the Gaza Strip and a clear framework for lifting the blockade that has crippled the region for over a decade. This was not a rejection, but it also wasn't the acceptance Trump had called for. Instead, it was a signal that Hamas is open to negotiation, but only under terms that reshape the conflict's long-term outcome. The leadership emphasized that a temporary ceasefire without real guarantees would only delay further suffering, not resolve it. Meanwhile, Israeli officials have offered a more complex picture. While some reports suggest Israel has agreed in principle to the U.S.-backed deal, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and members of his coalition have made it clear they do not support any agreement that allows Hamas to remain in power. For Netanyahu, dismantling Hamas has become the primary military objective, one he says must be achieved before any meaningful political resolution is considered. Still, under intense pressure from Western allies and growing domestic fatigue over the prolonged conflict, Israel has left the door open to limited ceasefire talks. This internal division within the Israeli leadership mirrors the fractured nature of the war itself, where military goals, political survival, and humanitarian crises collide.